Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Vanessa, aka Koala, and this video is going to be a little bit longer than the other videos that I usually have because we have a lot to talk about. I haven't given you guys an update for quite a bit of time. Oh, excuse me. And the reason is because I've been all over the place. My head has been all over the place because my mom got sick. She was in a hospital. She was just transferred to a skilled nursing facility. And a lot of things happened. So I'm going to be giving you updates. So let's talk about my mom first. I did post a community tab where I explained that my mom was in the hospital. So not to get too much into details and all that stuff. So she has diabetes and her sugar levels were really high. And so she went to the hospital because I guess she had like a wound in her lowest stomach. Like, she's not extremely overweight, but she does have an apron belly. So like on the bottom of her belly, she had a wound, an abscess. It got infected. So that's why my dad took her to the hospital, because it was bleeding, and she didn't notice that it was there. So once she got admitted, they did blood work and all that stuff. So they saw that that was a lot more serious than what it looked. And on top of that, her sugar was super high, and then her kidneys were working only at 10% at that point. Her bladder wasn't contracting, so she wasn't peeing. So her bladder was like full of urine, and her kidneys were super inflamed because of that. A lot of things were going on. So she was put onto ICU for renal failure and diabetic ketoacidosis. It was a big thing. Doctor told us that she was septic. It was so scary. But then a few days later, things were started to get a lot better. So she was transferred from ICU to the regular floor. And her kidneys, once they were up to 60 or 70%, so they were working, pretty good. And her sugar levels were back to normal because she was on insulin. They also did surgery on her abscess because it was a lot deeper than what they thought. So they did that. They cleaned that out, and they put like a wound vacuum. So she was in the hospital for a few days, for like a week or so. And now she's been transferred for a skilled nursing facility for wound care. And for physical therapy. So she's going to be there for a while. And then once she gets discharged to the house, they're going to give her home health. They're going to have a nurse to go in every day to clean her wound, give her physical therapy. So it's going to be a nurse for wound care and a nurse for physical therapy as part of the home health. So that is my mom update. I'm going to go see her as soon as I'm done with this video. And then I'll be there until the vet calls me to pick up Canela, because she had an appointment today for surgery. She had a baby tooth that did not come out on its own, so it was on top of the adult tooth. And they told me to wait until she was a year, and now she's like over a year, and that tooth is still there. So I made an appointment to get that taken care of, and also a dental cleaning. So she is there. They're gonna call me as soon as she's done, and then I'll go and pick her up. I have just Charlie laying on the bed sleeping. So yeah, so after I'm done with this video, I'm going to go see my mom and see how she is doing, and then I'll stay there until they call me to pick up Canela. But yeah, so when it comes to pregnancy, 14 weeks, I went, since I switched to where I am, I had to switch my OBGYN and everything. So I had my first appointment with my new OBGYN at 14 weeks. It was a nurse practitioner. And so I went in, they did an ultrasound. It was really good, baby was really good. It was like at 7 a.m., super early. So they did an ultrasound and everything was well. Baby was measuring what it should measured and everything. And afterwards we got to talk about everything, and she told me, since I have a family history of diabetes, because it runs in both, excuse me, both sides of my family. My dad doesn't have diabetes, but it runs in both sides of my family. And also because I have a high BMI, they wanted me to do a 1 hour glucose test at 15 weeks, or like on that same week. So I went on 14 weeks in some days, and she gave me that referral. And on Saturday I went in and got that done, and thank God I passed. And also she told me to start on a low dose aspirin every day from 12 weeks till 36 weeks. So it's 81 mg. That is what I'm taking every day. She told me that's to prevent from me to getting what is it that she said? Preeclampsia. So I don't have a history of high blood pressure. My blood pressure has always been normal. But then again, I've never been, I mean, I've been pregnant before, but I never gotten this far, and everything seems well. So just in case I start developing that, if I do end up developing gestational diabetes, so they want me to prevent that. They want me to start taking one pill a day of the low dose aspirin. So that is what happened at 14 weeks. Symptoms, my nausea went away completely, pretty much. 14 weeks, 15 weeks, 16 weeks, 17 weeks, my nausea came back. I still have it. It's not as bad as the first trimester, but it's definitely there, especially like in the morning. As soon as I wake up, excuse me, it's bad. And then yeah, so when it comes to the nip test, the blood test, they did it once at 12 weeks, and it came back like it wasn't enough fetal DNA for them to do anything. So they sent me a second kit that I got done at 15 weeks in some days, and the results came back the same. So now I have to wait for the ultrasound to see the gender. Now they did a separate blood work to see if the baby will have Down syndrome or any other syndrome. So I'm waiting on those results. They did that at on my last appointment. So I went in definitely not yesterday, last week at 18 weeks, and they sent me, because that had to be done before 19 weeks. So they sent me to the lab, and I got that blood work done. I'm waiting for the results. And I have my anatomy test this upcoming Tuesday. So on March 5th, I have my anatomy test, and they will see the gender. They will give it to me in an envelope, because I told them that I don't want to know. My best friend is going to throw me a gender reveal party, so that's gonna happen. I'm really excited about that. Oh, excuse me. Ugh, nausea is like really bad. Like, I don't know why it's back. Like, I am in my second trimester. I am currently 19 weeks. Why is the nausea back? I thought it was gone for good, but I guess not. Not to me. I mean, it has to happen to me, right? But yeah, so baby is doing really good. Now I was wondering why I wasn't feeling much movement. Like every now and then I would feel like a little bubble or something like that, but nothing like a lot, not like on a daily basis, or nothing much. So I was wondering why, because I was reading and watching a lot of YouTube videos and Googling stuff. And usually, you know, for first-time moms, you start noticing like around 16 weeks and up, but I barely noticed anything, and it wasn't consistent. But on my last appointment on 18 weeks, when they did an ultrasound, because at first they put that little, what's it called? to find the baby's heart, and she couldn't find it. Oh my God, I got so nervous. I was freaking out, low-key freaking out. I was breathing because she just couldn't find it. And she told me I can hear the baby, but I can't find the heartbeat. So she ended up doing an ultrasound, and that's when she noticed that I have an anterior placenta. So placenta is like right there. So she will tell me that is acting like a cushion, and it will be harder for me to find the heartbeat until later on. So for on my next appointment, it should be like easier. And she told me that's the reason why you're not feeling the movement or the kicks or whatever as strong or as consistent. So she told me that I will start feeling them more consistent later on in my pregnancy. But yeah, so also, here it is. Okay, so also, the new OBGYN, because first appointment was with a nurse practitioner here where I live, and then I had my appointment with my actual OBGYN here, with one of them, because I guess here in Sacramento where I live, you don't get to choose who you're going to deliver with, like, so that's why they encourage you to make appointments with all of the doctors available, because the doctor who is on call that day will be the one who will deliver your baby. It's not like when I used to live in Brentwood, the doctor that was, you know, seeing you throughout your pregnancy was the doctor who was going to deliver your baby. Here it's not like that. It's whoever is on call that day will deliver your baby, which I'm like, I don't know about that, but there's nothing I can do about it, right? So I'm making appointments with all the doctors that I can see, because there's a bunch of doctors. So this time I went in and I saw a doctor, and after the ultrasound and everything. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I got a call from the vet giving me an update. So they're about to get Canela into, I guess, surgery. They're going to remove the baby tooth, and they're going to clean her teeth. Oh my God, I'm sorry. And then afterwards, they're going to keep her for a few more hours in observation to make sure that everything's going well. And then they will call me to go and pick her up. So that was the vet giving me a call. So where was I? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so the doctor that I saw at 18 weeks, which was this week, it was on, because every Friday, that's when I start entering a new week. So right now is Saturday. I'm 19 weeks 1 day, but my appointment was on, when was my appointment? Was it on Tuesday? Yeah, it was on Tuesday, so I was 18 weeks. So that appointment, after the ultrasound and everything, we started talking, and she told me that to please try my best not to gain any more weight, because I have gained more than I should according to my BMI. Like, someone with my BMI, which is high, they shouldn't be gaining more than 20 pounds throughout the whole pregnancy. And I've gained already a total of 26 pounds. Yeah, 26 pounds. So, yeah, she told me to try my best not to gain any more weight. So I did have an appointment yesterday with a dietitian, so that way I can get some guidance, and I basically wanted numbers. So that way I can plan my menu and count my calories and all that stuff, because I'm used to counting calories and stuff like that. But when I got that appointment with a dietitian, she told me that she wasn't going to give me numbers, because she just didn't want me to just count calories. She told me that there's something a lot more simple than that. She was asking me, for example, what I was eating for breakfast, and I told her that I was eating like 2 eggs with 2 pieces of toast with avocado, and my café con leche, right? So it's like milk with coffee, whole milk. Well, it's 2% milk, with coffee and some sweetener, café con leche, right? And she told me that I can still, like, I could lower my calorie by making some like small changes to that breakfast. Instead of 2 whole eggs, she told me just do 1 whole egg and then a quarter cup of egg whites, which is the same as 1 egg in quantity, but is a lot lower in calories. And she told me to add vegetables to my egg, to my scrambled egg, to like to get more volume with less calories. And she told me that I could eat my two toasts, whole wheat toast, but instead of eating, because I have those mini avocado cups, which is 120 calories per cup, and I will use the whole thing. So she told me just eat half. That's Charlie barking. Puppy. So she told me to just eat that, to eat half, and then the other half to save it for lunch or dinner. You can see Charlie right there. So she told me that, and she told me that to just eat more vegetables. Like half of my plate should be green vegetables, and then lean protein, and then 1 carb, whatever it is that I choose. She told me like if that she would prefer for me to choose, let's say, beans or lentils instead of rice or potatoes. If I am going to go for rice, that I should eat brown rice instead of white rice because of the insulin spike and all that stuff. Even though right now I don't have gestational diabetes, I do need to take care of myself. And she was asking me what was I eating for snacks, if I was eating any snacks. Sorry, I still have that saliva. It's just nasty. So for snacks, I'm usually eating a fruit, like a piece of fruit. I either eat a banana or an apple. I love Asian pears right now and mandarins, so I choose one of those. She told me instead of choosing, let's say, to eat the whole banana, to just eat half and reserve the other half for either breakfast the next morning or a smoothie or whatever. And or if I wanted to eat an apple, not to eat the whole apple, but half. Or she told me start with a quarter, and then if you are still hungry, then eat another quarter, but not more than half per snack. And then I also asked her if I could eat like granola bars or something like that for, a little bit of sweetness instead of eating a cupcake and stuff like that. And she told me if I could find a granola bar that it is 100 calories or less, then yes. If not, then to just start to stay with whole foods, like with fruits and all that stuff. She told me just keep it simple, farm to table, and nothing processed. To try to stay away from anything that is processed as much as possible. So yeah, so that is the plan, and that is the update. So far we're doing good. Baby's doing good. We're 19 weeks. I have my appointment again for the anatomy scan on next week on Tuesday. So I will let you guys know how that went. So I do have to let you guys go. I'm gonna go see my mom, and after I come back from seeing my mom and picking up Canela, I have to clean my house. I've been pretty much out of my house pretty much all day because I just work, and after work, Charlie. And after work, we eat something really quick with my husband, and then we go to see my mom, and then we're there until like 8 p.m. and then we just come back, take a shower, go to sleep, and start the same thing the next day. So my house is literally a mess. Like, I will show you guys, but I am embarrassed. So I'm going to try to do some cleaning today and tomorrow. Because I was going to go to see my mom later on today, but I'm gonna go earlier, so that way I'm early in the morning. Then my dad would come, and then my brother will come, and he'll stay until 8 p.m. So that way she's not by herself. But anyway, so that is the update. And oh, another thing, please leave me ideas down below on what to put on my registry. Because a friend of mine told me just do a registry for your baby shower, so that way, you know, and give it to your friends and all that stuff, whoever you're going to invite to a baby shower. So I don't know what to put on a baby registry. I never made one. So please let me know in the comments down below. Give me ideas on what to put on my registry. Like, is it just clothes and diapers and stuff like that? Or what can I put on the registry? Like, so far, I haven't bought anything for the baby because I don't know the gender yet. And I first want to know the gender so that way I can see what color and stuff like that and I'm going to buy. So right now I have literally nothing but some diapers that someone, one of my friends gave me as a gift. So that is all I have for baby right now. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for coming and watching my video. If you haven't subscribed to my video, please subscribe to my channel. Not to my video, oh my god, to my channel. That will help me a lot. I am trying to get this channel monetized so that way I can have extra income, because why not? So please subscribe to my channel and watch the whole video. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.